Yeah. Um, Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm broadcasting live from Melbourne City. As you guys know, I always manage my things from there. So I just want to come again. My live videos is just want to give tell people what I'm going to do in the next coming days. NSV versus the Ambassador of Peace in Australia. I'm coming to do analysis of the NSV for 20 years. It's going to be tough. It's going to be bad, the good, and the ugly. The accounts, the transparencies, the democracy, the decentralizations, the closures, and everything involving NSV is going to be turned upside down. So it's going to be scrutiny, and there will be phone numbers that will be leaving behind for people to call. It's come to a point where we have to call a speed a speed. We cannot be living in Australia and be condemning Nigerian government that they are not doing enough, and equally, while we are here, we are the worst for ourselves. Like I constantly tell people that the life we live is what we make out of it, irrespective of how you want to view it. You can criticize it, you can say whatever you want to say, you can turn it upside down, but the truth must be said. I represent transparency, new directions, and accountability. If you don't want to be known for being accountable to yourself, then we're going to have issues. Because I'm not coming here to do oral broadcast to anybody. So I'm going to be only here for 30 minutes. Before I continue, I'm just going to quickly share these videos to groups. I mean, if you're watching around anywhere you're watching, please kindly share this video because I'm going to come back and do a complete analysis of the Nigerian NSV, the way forward, and how it should be. Yeah. Otherwise, we have to find a way to restructure it, and if we cannot restructure it, then we have to create a new one because there's a point at a point in life we have to stand for truth, justice. You know, the people running NSV at the moment is just it's just for themselves. So I'm going to come and do a complete analysis of what NSV have went through in 20 years. Maybe I'm going to break down those segments talking about the NSV here in Australia and how it is being structured and how they're not turning it into a mini country inside Australia. Now, break it down bit by bit. And the abusers of the peace ambassadors. We have so many abusers, and some of them cannot even control their home. All they do is to abuse us simply because we are an ambassador for peace. We don't have a say in their present. They're being jealous. So I'm going to break these issues down by down, from point to point, and people should realize that I'm not fighting anyone. I'm not coming to say whatever I want to say, but I'm going to analyze NSV from account perspectives, what they have done in the past, how the money has been spent, how everything begin to fall apart. So some of the things we need to know. The things I know and what you know, you have to tell it else when the time comes as well. So if you're watching this video, please kindly share it to your friends and well wishers, wherever they are. It is good to be good, and we cannot keep on pointing fingers to people when the remaining four fingers is pointing to us. That's the way I see it. The life we live is what we make out of it. Today in Edo State has turned bloody before because of courtesan, and I see no reason why people should be pointing guns and start killing one or another. The state has turned a state of anarchy. We have governments in Edo State, but it seems like we don't have a government. Things is falling apart, and now people are calling on the governor of the state to stand up for what he believes in, because he said openly at the Oba Palace that is the security provider of the state, the chief security of the state. And when a state has turned a state of anarchy, people are usually going to kill one another, and nothing is being done about it. He has to be held accountable. A state, look after the state or look after the house. It's about the people living inside that house, not the body, not the wall. And if that is not done, now we have to start calling for a state of emergency. When a state of emergency is declared in a Edo state, that means Obaseki have no job. Right now, the ball is in his court. He needs to start doing something. He needs to use the police. You can't tell people that 700 million or 750 million for security vote of every month, that the 3 police station is being burned down. It hasn't been replaced. The police have no unit. They don't have a place they are working from. Some of them, as we told, that when they are going to work, they pull up their uniform and put it into the plastic bag and put inside their bag before they go into the station to go to work. Right now, police they are now completely in a state of handicap. They are scared of their life. They can't even match what the courtist people are doing in the town. Who is the leaders of all these courtisans? Are we not saying the SSSS, the police, the investigation CID, the criminal investigation unit cannot investigate where all these criminals are based? Why do we have the police for? Why do we have DSS for? What do we have the SSS for? That a little boys can now just put on guns in the street and start killing people, and no one in the society is doing anything about it. That is uncalled for, and it's injustice. We just voted an election, and you won an election, and you are still using rhetorics. So you cannot use talk back to rule Edo State. A governor is a governor of all the people. It's a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. So in any election, there's always going to be an opposition. The fact that the people does not buy your doctrine and they become a winner does no use the same. You are running with the rhetorics. Talk back. That is not the reason. Ogbane, and people are dying. There's no light, there's no power. Mosquito is killing people. There's coronavirus. Everybody is now just living in a state of pandemic. We have coronavirus pandemic, we have cortis pandemic, we have a power pandemic, we have water pandemic. Everything is now. How many pandemic do we have in Edo State right now? So the governor need to come out and address it. He need to come out and address it. Thank you. I have to commend when I see good things. I have to commend it. I want to thank you for coming out on the environmental to start removing the rubbish that has been accumulating for the past 6 months in Edo State. So thank you. Kudos for you as a governor. But now Edo State is in the state of bloodshed. So the ball is in your court. Either you start resolving the issue, or you have to find a way to get those bad courtist perpetrators to justice. And justice must prevail, as the Edo people say. You cannot blindfold yourself and tell the people you don't know what's going on. Even if you are not being told. The social media are there announcing. We understand there are a lot of court cases coming to you, but that is not the point right now. The point now is as a chief security officer of the state, you need to bring justice. You need to bring peace. You need to stabilize the people, because election has divided the state into different factions. Now that you have won an election, you are supposed to bring everybody together. You have to make a state broadcast to the people, to gather everyone together, to be able to address the people in Edo language, in Asian language, at least be able to speak 2 or 3 languages from Edo State. If you cannot speak it directly, you need to use interpreter to interpret the language to the people. So that way, we are all safe. We are in one hand, one justice, in one fairness. In Australia, there's what we call fair go. So the Edo people deserve a fair go. Borderline, fair go. Do not allow the state to fall apart. Do not allow the state to fall apart. This is a message directly to the governor of Edo State. And as per NSV that I said, I'm going to come back again to scrutinize it, present the facts and figures that I have, and let the Australian people, when I mean by Australian, we have the African, Sudanese, African, Liberian, Sierra Leone, and every other nationals in this state to be the judge. And the direction, the new people we have there to structure the direction they are also going. The place is full of anarchy, and the place is now a dictatorial show. I need to be able to break it down bit by bit to let people know the way forward. I'm not going to take out of it, and the head who is lying to the people that there were no killings in the NSAS movement, they are all dead. And the people who are supposed to be the leaders are the people that are going against the structure of the Nigerian people. So I'm gonna come back. This is just a preamble of what I'm coming to do, and I'm gonna let people know. And I might not be broadcasting from Facebook from that video to avoid people trying to block it. I'm gonna broadcast it from a secure network so that everybody will see it. Everybody will see the broadcast around the world. So it's gonna be something. It's gonna be a very big issue that I'm gonna talk about. And the demand show that they make 120,000, and up to this moment they never give account as well from that event, and no one wants to talk about it. So I'm going to come and release informations to people so that they're going to be the judge of what I'm going to say. And like I said, togetherness in God's family, and that is one issue we are lacking here. And those desperados that want to become a president of the NSV, mark it carefully. NSV is not an ethnical issue, and the way they've turned it to be ethnic because some group of people are majority, and the other ones have departed and they don't want to be a part of it. Those that are a part of it are not allowed to speak about it, and because one particular ethnic group want to remain there as the president, and that is exactly what is going to happen. I'm going to talk about it as well. For NSV to move forward, a different nationality a different ethnicity need to be the president of NSV, not one particular people. And I'm going to break it, and I will tell you my reasons on that day. Possibly by next week, I will do all the broadcast and tell the people the way forward. Because the way we see things here, we're not moving forward because of the way people think they are demigods. You cannot be my God. And as we speak, some Igbo man will call them Ifulifu. There's a WhatsApp group created, and some Ifulifu have gone there and removed my name because I speak the truth to them. And when they see my name, Ambassador of Peace, they all fragmented. They begin to jitter. They begin to make phone calls from house to house. Take him off, take him off. And the TC manager sent a message to me to apologize to them. You know, when people talk about apology, you also have to talk about what that person have done when you talk about apology. You don't expect people to just throw an empty apology to people when you are being abused, when you know you're right. So I'm going to break all this down in that segment so that people will know that apology is not just something you just say out of your mouth. Apologies means when you commit an offense, and then you have to apologize over it. So my people, I'm going to break that segment down. But this opportunity, since I'm here, I'm telling the governor of the state to kindly find a way in his heart to start stopping the bloodshed in Edo State. Edo belongs to every one of us. And you've won election, like I said, I was among the people that congratulated you. I know when two people fight, there's going to be a winner. You will win whichever way you have won it. It doesn't matter now. What matters now is the unity of the people. Politics is a divided game. Once the person wins, he has to find a way to unite the people. The craziness in town has made a lot of people scared. People don't want to go home anymore because everybody's scared of their life. Because I constantly tell people that the life we live is what we make out of it. No matter how you think about it, no matter how well you want the view, you can view from any perspective. You can think about it from any perspective. It doesn't count. As long as there's no peace in your land, then you have issue. So you don't want your government to be sore with bloodshed. So So the governor, the vice governor, the state chief security, the commissioner of police, all of their hand got to be on deck. No matter how you people feel about it, as long as peace is not in the land, then you have not won an election. To win an election is about unity, it's about accountability, it's about transparency, it's about new direction, it's about bringing people together. That is why they call it togetherness in God's family, togetherness in gathering. So it's time for you. I understand people are wondering that why you're not going to appoint your commissioner until February. This people say because of the issues with you and the APC and the PDP. The PDP are complaining that all your workers are from APC. So the platform they've given to you to become a governor, the people deserve to have a say in the administration. So if you're going to do that, you got to make sure you create a platform of togetherness. You take from here and take from here. Don't bring all the people you brought from APC and say, okay, these are the people we're going to use to run PDP. They are not going to take it, and that is the issue that is affecting you guys at the moment. So if dichotomy is not an option, and when it comes to government is about building unity. That's what I'm going to tell to you, Mr. Obaseki. Like I said before, set up a diaspora account where people can put money to fix the election. In over 1 year, I think everyone in diaspora can be able to raise money to fix the election, even though you are not. People say, have called me and say, oh, how do you trust the governor with money? It's not about trusting government. That is a trust account. When you open a trust account, so many people are signatory to it and they are be accountable to it. So that's what voluntary account. So that's what I've come here to tell you guys, that I will come out to broadcast. I'm going to shut my video down very soon because my kids need to prepare to go to school. It's a fact what I'm going to be here to do, and I'm going to come here and tell the world the way it should be and the way people expect it to be. And if you're going to be on Undertaker, thank you. You are free to say whatever you have to say, but it's going to be a bombshell. I'm going to bring facts and figures of what I'm going to talk about. I will print all the documents and I will be showing you the documents and how it was and how the money is being spent and the account that I've not been giving and why NSV have so many accounts that every year they were only coming to tell us we always have $6,000 left in the account. Meanwhile, we have almost 7 accounts of the NSV and the rest are not broadcast, are not being talked about. The Housing Commission that of the NSV that is creating tension. The fundraising they did to about 28,000 that they left about 11 or 6,000 in the account. So all these things will come into perspective. We have to talk about it. And why they hate peace ambassador. So I will be opening a full line come that day so that people can air their view. So it's not about me, it's about the people. So it's about how NSV can be moved forward. If it's going to be an ethnical issues, then we have to set up a new Nigerian association in Victoria. If it's an ethnic issue, ethnic society, then we want people to call in and tell us, oh, is it an ethnic issue or is it a moral issue? Is it togetherness issue? Then we all have to come out and fix it because Nigeria belongs to every one of us. So, like I said, divided before, united we stand. So I'm not going against anybody, but this is the principles I'm talking about the NSV issue that is emanating. And those are just contesting. And while you are contesting, you need to provide your manifestos why you want to be a leader. But from ethnic base, I don't want one ethnic society to ethnic issue to surround the NSV. It has come to our point and our understanding that they set up a meeting, making phone calls from house to house, and for them not to let the presidency leave them. So they want to keep you in one place because they don't want want people to be probed about the transparency and the account of the NSV. So all these are the things we fought for, and justice must prevail. Otherwise, we have to scrap it and start again. Because like I said, NSV is a mini country. They have House of Rep, they have House of Representative, they have everything. It's a mini country. It's inside Australia. And all these things I want people to say, counter it. We need an association that will be able to move from here and celebrate in Perth. We need an association that will be able to move away from here and celebrate in Canberra. We need an association that will be able to move out of here and celebrate with the people in Sydney, in the Northern Territory. So we need an inclusive organization that will conjure, bring everybody together, not ethnicity. We need an association that will be able to move and go and celebrate with the Nigerian Association in Geelong, not to tell them that you have to rip your certificate. So we need an association that will be able to go to regional area and say, okay, we're going to do the association celebration in Shepparton. Can everybody go there and at least create something? So take the association as a tourist attraction to other sport, so that the government can be able to count on us. We have over 750,000 Indians in Australia, and they're celebrating their New Year on festival. The other day, their head is in Sydney. So among the Association of Nigerians in Australia, there should be a collective heads. So all these things we'll be talking about come next week. I'll give you guys a postdated time. That broadcast might not come from Facebook. It might come from a secured thing, so that people will not think they are going to use their phone or use everything to block it. So I'm going to find a way to broadcast our services to make sure it is being organized perfectly and peacefully. So I'm going to go now. Peace to the peace-loving people. Don't do what I wouldn't do. Like I said, Australia is a fair go, and the life we live is what we make out of it. So don't drink and drive. Drive safely. When you see something, say something. And that is what drives us here in Australia. And as Benin, please, if you are in this area in Benin, somewhere in Upper, Silico Road, Ipuba Slope, Ipuba Hi, Ibiwe, and all those dangerous spots in Sylvia, please be careful who you open your door for. Be careful. Lock your door perfectly. Make sure before you go to bed, every door is checked. I understand they still have a chainsaw. They can cut your house into it and break into it and still give you a tough time. But first of all, do the needy. Cover your house. Pray before you sleep. And may God continue to guide us in the name of the Father, of the Son, and of the Holy Ghost. Amen. Thanks for now. I bless you.